out for walking. So bring your shoes, bring a sweat rack, bring some liquids, even bring some toilet paper, because some of these porta potties, they might not have all the necessities that you need. So that may be some hand sanitizer as well. Also, a fence or two may get stormed. I'm not saying if I did or did not participate in the storming of the fence. But I will also say carry cash on you. Welcome everyone. We just arrived to Canada yesterday, so we're going to go to the CNN Towers. So I'm excited to show you guys all about that. Gonna get with the family. Well, at the end of the day, you can kind of see it. Yeah. All right. So everybody's waiting, and tomorrow we are going to the Caribana Festival. So here's the crew, and we're in some parking lot, so we're gonna go from there and then head on outside. So we're making our way up to the, sorry about that, the Sears Tower, and the people, the crew behind us, you can see some of the like skyline here of Toronto, and then if you can kind of see all the way up there is the Sears Tower. So we're gonna head on over to the right side to get in. Sounds like it's gonna back you up on the toilet.
But people love it though.
Through the savory history of Toronto's poutine. Imagine a symphony of flavors that dance on your tongue. This iconic dish, born in the heart of Canada, but embraced by every corner of the globe, is a delicious blend of comfort and creativity. Picture a heaping mound of crispy golden fries like a treasure trove waiting to be uncovered. Now prepare to be seduced by a river of velvety, gooey, cheesy curds that just melt in your mouth. And just when your taste buds can't handle any more, a cascade of rich, savory gravy comes pouring over the top. Toronto's poutine isn't just a dish, it's a celebration of culinary audacity. Guys, we're about to go all the way up to the top right there. We got our tickets online, so if you're over 65, you got a discount, but if you're not, I'm sorry, it's like $45. So, right? So, can't wait to show you guys what's all the way at the top. Unfortunately, I'm wearing a dress, so I don't think we'll be going on the edge, but I kind of wanted to go. But I think it's an additional price, but if I do find out, I'll let you know. We're fine, so we just did our check-in, and this is kind of a little synopsis of what's going to go down. We got the crew back there. This is actually my first time being in Toronto as an adult. The first time I actually came, I was like very young. Also, guys, I wanted to share with you a few things. If you're coming to Canada, like you're driving, like from Detroit, go ahead and make sure that you get some currency, because we just did parking and they owed me to cash, so that was kind of not an issue, but something that you can, should be aware of. The other thing is there's 3 ways to get into Canada: through the Ambassador Bridge, also taking the tunnel, and the Blue Bridge. We took the Blue Bridge, and that was like about $6. You also don't get a stamp on your passport if you drive, only if you fly, which is something I did not know. So if you're looking to get a stamp like I was, you're gonna have to fly to Canada. Let's build something so tall it makes everyone jealous. And voila, the CN Tower was born, fueled by Canadians' ambition. It stands there, proudly showing off its 1,815 feet of architectural audacity, making every other tower in the world blush with envy. Now folks, this isn't just your ordinary tower. Not only can you gaze upon the city from its observation deck, but thrill seekers can take a heart-pounding walk on the glass floor. Looking at like all the different views and all the smoke from the fires, I don't know if you can see it, but it's all like foggy over there. A large percentage of Canada's forests has been burning at an alarming rate, which is causing a significant amount of pollution, more than they see at any given time, into the atmosphere. So there are some people wearing masks, but not everybody is doing that. But it's definitely a shame that climate change is causing such a huge impact on everyone's day-to-day life and the environment. So hopefully they can get in control of the burning, because it's impacting a lot of the different states in America. Well,
I wonder.
see some more smoke.
I wonder.
But we'll see all the impact is on the environment. I guess hopefully it can be a little bit reversible. So what I will say is, if you're coming to Caribana, don't stay too far out. We're in like Scarborough, so it's like a 15-minute drive. But Toronto traffic is crazy. They cannot drive, they don't use turning signals, and they just swerve throughout like the different lanes. I thought Detroit driving was bad, and I've never driven in California, which I hopefully will never have to do. But it's a whole thing, and if you're not experienced with like aggressive drivers, don't drive in Toronto. I wouldn't suggest it. But yeah, even if this is your 15 minutes away, just take into account the amount of traffic. Also, if you're not staying in like the downtown area, also take in consideration parking too. I was told by one of the people that work with that they are now getting rid of more parking and increasing more biking, which is terrible because it's always kind of packed downtown. The expressway is always packed. We were in like a traffic jam at 12 o'clock at night for a good like 15 minutes. So those were things that I would suggest you just be aware of. And also, yeah, we're getting dressed and we're getting ready for day 2 of Caribana.
DJ Greg Sinatra!
Formed the gate. We are officially in the parade. Me and my mom got everybody across, and it's just a lot of people right here. We're at the tail end of the parade. It's hot, so we're gonna finish up the parade and make the rest of the walk. We did have some issues with parking, but we hope to rectify that soon. But just enjoy ourselves while we're still here in Toronto 2023. We're about to end a glorious, sorry that I don't have really good sun, but we're about to end a glorious day here, the parade. After we stormed the fence, we just followed the crowd until we ended up going to go eat some food and then met some pretty cool people. So we're gonna head back to the Airbnb and then come back down to King Street. It's told Medusa's really good, so we'll try that one out, me and the fam. And hopefully next year or the next Caribbean Festival will be in Trinidad. So on that note, enjoy the rest of the view of Toronto, and we should progress forward with some more tips that you guys will want to know before coming to Toronto or Caribana. Right, on that note, guys, we will catch you later. Bye. Hey guys, we're currently at the liquor store because there's something that I did not know that obviously you guys probably know if you're looking it up, but after 10 o'clock you cannot get liquor anywhere. Like I guess in the suburbs of Toronto. We're in Scarborough, so like no Walmart, none of the beer places, not even the gas stations, which is something like we're really familiar with. So we're at one of the, I think it's JCBO, I believe. And so this is a place where you can get your wines. It looks like we have 1800 over there, and probably some seltzers. So if you're not aware, you're trying to get liquor, get your liquor before 9 o'clock. Right? Right guys, see you later. Bye. We're out on King Street. We're in LaBelle, and actually LaBelle has a rooftop and it's gorgeous. But 40 by 40, this seems late. But if you're coming down here during Caribana, please be aware, you probably won't be able to get in anything. So get your tickets and book your seating early. All right. Running alongside gas light lamps flickering like stars in the urban night. This is where Toronto's heartbeat first began to race, where the stories of gritty dreamers, bootleggers, and visionaries are etched into every brick and beam. Old Toronto is like that vintage leather jacket you just scored at a thrift shop. It's got character, it has history, and it has just a little bit of a mystery. Wandering through the charming Distillery District, where once the air was thick with the scent of fermented spirits and clinkings of glasses. You can even take a slight jot down St. John's Market, where the hustle and bustles of merchants were woven into the very fabric of the city. And let's not forget the iconic St. James Cathedral, standing tall like a guardian of the past. So whether you're a history buff, or an architectural aficionado, or someone just looking for unique pieces from the boutiques, Old Toronto streets are a symphony of stories waiting to be heard, full of excitement. So step back in time, my friends, and let the magic of Old Toronto sweep you off your feet and into a world where the past meets the present in a breathtaking. So guys, so it is the last day here in Toronto for the 2023 Caribbean Festival. So we had such a nice time, but there are some things that I would say you should do ahead of time before you come. So if you know you want to participate in a lot of the activities going on here in Toronto, what I would tell you to do during Caribana Festival is to go ahead and get your tickets early and stay downtown or somewhere like close by. Currently we have 10 people, so staying downtown was not going to be an option, just to be like, you know, financially aware of how much we're spending, just being cognizant of that. I would definitely say if you are staying somewhere in like Mississauga or Scarborough, I think I'm saying right, I would definitely try to find some available parking where you can go ahead and drop off your car and take the subway. We were told that, and I'll verify this for sure if anything changes, for 2 hours and about like $3.40 something Canadian, you're able to take the train for like at least 2 hours, which is really, really nice, because parking here ranges from, depending on how long you stay and what day, of course, anywhere from like $15 to $50. So just being cognizant of that is pretty like, it's gonna help you in the long run. The other thing that I will say is if you have the ability to download Spot Hero, I know it helps a lot when I was in Chicago, and you're able to find a more affordable parking. It might just be a little ways out. So we did use that in Toronto, and I will have to say one of the spots we used it for, it worked out perfectly, but due to our lack of understanding of the region or of the area of the city, it was a little too far out. So we did use another system for parking. But what I did notice when using Spot Hero, people are either selling their parking spots or they are selling spots within public parking down in the underground parking garages, which great if you want to do that, but not great during an event like Caribana, where it's first come first serve. So we did have to go ahead and call Spot Hero to resolve that issue, and their customer service was pretty good. We'll see if I will be able to get the refund of our other spot, as well as the refund of the spot that we had to go to, because that one was taken up. So that's pretty much that on parking, as well as some helpful tips. Another tip that I would probably say is to, let's see. So another helpful tip I would definitely say is if you are coming to Canada and you have just a card, please go ahead and get yourself cash. There's a lot of places here that only accept cash. And I'll probably say this like towards like for most events, not if you're going out and about. My experience is going to be a lot different from some of you guys because we did stay in the suburbs and we did not stay downtown. I'm pretty sure there'd be a lot of things that you could get down and into downtown, but even some of the parking, they only accepted cash. So if you only come with a credit card, I'm sorry, you might have a little bit of an issue getting around when it comes to like smaller purchase things like parking or like eating street food. Some, I'm not gonna say all. When we were at the Carnival, people did accept e-transfers, which I'm not really familiar with, but using Cash App was not an option. I did notice that also in terms of transportation going around here, taxis are really, really big here. I'm from Michigan, so we use more in the Grand Rapids area or the West Michigan. We use more of like Ubers than taxis. And I can say in Detroit, I think it's like an even mixture, but it seems like here, taxis are a little bit more prevalent. But if I'm wrong, drop it down below in the comments and let me know if that's not the case. Other than that, let's see. be prepared when you're coming to Carnival for walking. So bring your shoes, bring your sweat rag, bring some liquids, even bring some toilet paper, because some of these porta potties, they might not have all the necessities that you need, so that may be some hand sanitizer as well. Also, a fence or two may get stormed. I'm not saying if I did or did not participate in the storming of the fence. But I will also say carry cash on you just for the need of getting any type of food from any of the vendors. I'll say that, yes. And just have fun, dress up, meet people, you know, talk to people, get their contact information just to see what's going on. I met some really awesome, wonderful people here, and being in the moment is just so key. But also, while you're in the moment, and let's say you did not live downtown, plan accordingly, because traffic will hold you up a lot, like 30 minutes to an hour, depending on where you're going. So be cognizant of that. Know exactly what area you're going to, where you're leaving, where you park, and how that might affect your transportation. Because on the Google map, it did say from Toronto to Scarborough, where we're staying, was about a good 15-minute drive. Yeah, no. With traffic, that almost pushes you up to 30 minutes. And when it's okay, you know, when you're moving, that's great. But when there's heavy traffic, yeah, if you're from a big city, you probably already know. So just be cognizant that Toronto is a big city, and you might see traffic similar to like Atlanta, and maybe not so much LA. I try not to drive. I've never driven in LA, but I've been a passenger. So yeah, I can only tell you the traffic for Caribana, nothing else pertaining to everyday life in Toronto. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. The last thing that I will talk about is comparing my experiences. Now I've gone to three. I don't know how they say it with an accent, but I've gone to my first Caribana or Caribbean Festival was in New York. That was a whole vibe for me, and that's the reason why I wanted to participate in going to some of the Caribbean celebrations throughout the years going forward. Now that was pre-COVID, so I had a good time. I was young. We stayed in New York and we just took the train in and we had a blast. I love New York. The second one that I went to would be in Chicago. It was different. It was more of like, come to this park, okay, party in this park, but there was like no parade. It was over on Hyde Park, yeah. And so my third one will be here in Toronto. So I will have to rank them, and I would say for me, I like New York better. And I talked to one of the guys who was from New York and who's done both. I don't want, I'm gonna be as transparent as possible. I did feel safer in Toronto than I did in Brooklyn for that one. Now, I didn't see anything go wrong. I did hear something that sounded like popping noises, and so when we ran, I did rip my pants. So, but I would definitely go back to the New York one. I don't know if it's going to be similar due to the fact that like COVID hit, so I don't know what that looks like. But I will say that I probably would go back to Toronto, to New York, then Toronto, and then to Chicago. But hopefully my next experience with Carnival will be in Trinidad. Don't know when that's gonna happen. I just know whenever I do go, I definitely want to go to the islands, and specifically Trinidad. So if you know the vibes, of a good time, what I need to get into, just let me know, because I love to party, I love to have fun, and I really want to see the authentic side of it. Because I saw how Juve went in Toronto. That looked like fun. I did not get to go. I've always wanted to go. Because in New York, when you do Juve, they just roam the streets in circles all day and all night. So I like that. The Juve here in Toronto was in a park, which is cool and whatever. But yeah, I just want to experience it once. And I know different places do it differently. So if you have some tips of going back to New York for Caribana, let me know. If I come back for Toronto, let me know. And also, like, give me some more information about Trinidad. How we coming in Trinidad? Like, what I gotta wear, you know? Like, let me know the vibes down below, because we're gonna be going to all of the carnivals somewhere, okay? We gonna do it, okay? So please let me know. Drop that comment in below. I'm gonna show you guys what we did, so you kind of know if you're coming solo, you come in with a group of your family, if you come in with a large group, what to expect. I'm your girl, the non-practicing anthropologist with travel culture, and we will see you later. Bye.